Yo, yo, yo. Welcome into the top of the bleachers. We are live on October 22nd, 2024. Today's show, we're going to talk about a little basketball, a little football. Before we do, be sure and hit that like and subscribe button for us. We really appreciate that. And Tuck, happy Tuesday. Guess what?
It's somebody's birthday today, isn't it?
I'm a grandpa again today. So, yeah,
Yeah,
it's somebody's birthday.
that's
Yeah.
what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Baby
I,
Mila is here.
I had a feeling. I got this feeling that there was somebody's birthday today.
Yeah. Yeah, there is.
I
Well, there is
found out.
now. There is
Found
somebody else's.
say what?
There is someone else's. And he's been
October
on the
22nd.
show before.
I knew Benji's was coming up. I didn't know when.
Yeah. I texted him this morning. I was like, happy birthday. You share it with someone else now. So, yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yep. Grandpa again. It's crazy. I don't know how that happened.
Well, I can tell you.
Well, I mean, I know the physical things that happen to get there, but I don't know how I got to be so old that I'm a grandpa. It's crazy.
Well, in today's society, you don't have to be that old to be a grandpa.
Apparently not. I mean, I'm not even 50.
Not even 50, and you're already grandpa to two of them.
Twice.
It's crazy.
Well, it's very crazy. Anyway,
8
how we do?
pounds, healthy,
8 pounds, 8 ounces. Yep.
all fingers, all toes.
As far as I know, I'm gonna go inspect here in a little bit just to make sure everything's okay.
Well, I got the. It's funny how, it's the circle of life. I got the news last night that my uncle Marty passed away, and then boom, I get the news today that you have a new granddaughter. It's like,
Happens like that,
the
doesn't it?
cycle just keeps on going, man.
I know.
Keep on
I
going.
know, man. I know. My dad died, and Amelia was born like just a couple months later.
Yeah, when my dad died, Randy was born like 2 weeks later or
Oh,
something like that.
crazy.
No, not really. I mean, people die and are born every day, I guess.
Guess so, man.
It's crazy.
Well, I'll change this right quick, man. Today is also
Boom,
opening
NBA opening day.
opening day of the NBA, man.
Opening day of the
And we
NBA.
only got 2 games tonight, but both of them not too bad games. I mean, kinda interesting. See what the Knicks look like. Boston. See Boston's
See,
favorite.
I think uh I think the NBA ought to take a page out of, some of these other leagues and stuff. And your opening day game should be what your NBA finals was last year.
Mhm.
It should be the Mavs against the Celtics for the
Well, it's
first
alwa
game of the year.
well, maybe they don't wanna rub it in the Mavs' face because that's also the day they get their rings.
Well, even better. Even better, dude. Get
Oh,
your
that's
ri
hurtful.
get your ring in front of your opponent, man. That's awesome. That's
That's
awesome.
just
That's what they should do.
that's just disrespectful.
Well, I mean, it gives them something to shoot for.
Yeah, I guess so, man. See
So you
what New
got New
York looks
York
like.
at Boston and you got Minnesota at Los Angeles. Well, you knew LeBron was going to be on TV the first day of
Oh,
the
yeah.
year. They're
Oh,
not
yeah,
going to. Yeah.
I saw something on the Twitterverse a while ago. Will this be the day? Will this be the first time ever in history a man and his son play in the NBA on the same time in the same game? That's
Oh
actually a
man.
story out there, man. That's a story.
Oh my gosh. The better story is that little rookie that they picked up in the draft is tearing it up. I cannot think of his name right now, but
Yeah,
that,
Mr.
that
Connect 4.
yeah, that's a much better story than the Bronny crap.
Yeah, he had a good game the other night in the preseason, I saw.
Yeah, he was like Steph Curry came over and slapped him on the butt and told him, "Man, I really like your game." And it's like his hero since he was a kid, and he's like talking about it in the interview afterward, and he's got tears in his eyes. I'm like, now this is a story.
That is a story.
That
Where's that
freak
at?
that
How come that
freaking
wasn't in the show folder? Where's that at?
Oh, I saw it on NBA Today on ESPN. It wasn't
Uh,
on Twitter. I didn't see it on
uh,
Twitter.
not on the Twitterverse.
Not on the Twitterverse. Or I didn't see it on the Twitterverse.
Gotcha. Well, this is, I mean, Boston's supposed to get their rings. Um, I doubt I make it to that LA game. This is their Eastern times, by the way, so that's 9 p.m. Central time. But still, that's late. That's a late West Coast game. But still, Minnesota. See what they look like. See what New York looks like with Cat.
When's the first? I don't mean to go off subject here, but when is the first game of the World Series?
Oh, geez, I don't
Any
even know.
any idea?
I can tell you right quick. Hang on.
Because I would much rather.
It's Friday night at 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I will watch the NBA tonight then, since there's nothing else on.
That's the same exact time that Arkansas plays Kansas.
Oh yeah,
Yep, that's on the SEC network.
I thought that was going to be. I thought that was just on like Hogs Plus. That's going to be on the SEC network.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Sweet.
Yep.
Well, I know what I'm watching tonight.
Well, guess what comes along with
No,
NBA basketball?
that was Friday night. You're talking about Friday night, right?
Yeah, Friday night. Yeah.
What goes along with the NBA? Oh my gosh, he's already hurt.
Guess who's hurt and the season ain't even started yet?
How much money they pay for this guy?
Oh my gosh, dude! Paul George is hurt too, but neither one of them is going to play Wednesday night for the opener.
Dude,
Mm,
I think what gets me out of it, I mean, you have guys that are hurt all the time. I mean, that happens,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
What gets me is when he does get on the floor, how much they just slobber all over him. You know,
yeah.
like
I'll,
he's
t-
the greatest thing since,
I'll tell you who ain't
LeBron.
slobbering all. I know who ain't slobbering all over him.
Who's that?
That's Kevin Garnett. Because Mr. Embiid came out and said, "Load, he's not going to play. He doubts he'll ever play another back-to-back game his entire career."
Yeah.
That's what he said. And Garnett said, "Man, that's part of the job."
Not if not if your boss won't make you.
That's true. Very true.
If your boss ain't making you, then you ain't gotta. But I think it's bull crap myself. I mean, as much money
Yeah,
as they're paying this guy, and you know, I think he's just taking up a spot for a younger kid. Just go to the house. I'm tired of you already. Go to the house.
yeah, yeah. He's injured all the time, and he won't make it the whole season anyway.
He didn't even make it to
So
the first game. What are you talking about?
I know he didn't even make it. I know. Paul George he hyperextended his knee. I saw that injury. It looked kind of dirty. I don't know. He might be able to come back soon. But anyway, on to some footballs. Some footballs. The AP poll came out
Yeah.
after Oregon beat Ohio State and Georgia beat Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Notice Indiana's at number 13. Look at that.
Dude, this is such a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of crap, man.
Vanderbilt made 25.
Vanderbilt,
Mm-hmm.
I, it's a bunch of crap, is what it is, man. You don't even have LSU in there, and they don't even have a
Yeah,
lot. They don't even have a loss in the SEC. Texas
yeah,
A&M doesn't
yeah,
have a loss in the SEC.
yeah. LSU's at 8. Tennessee
Hmm.
7. LSU. That's
Oh,
a
okay,
tiger.
okay.
That's
Yeah,
a
I got you. I got you. I got you.
that's a tiger there.
I still don't put Georgia and Texas ahead of them. I mean, Georgia and Texas's losses have come in the SEC. I,
Yeah.
I just, I don't feel like this is right. I
I feel
don't.
like it's a little high for Tennessee myself too, and a little high for Clemson, a little high for Notre Dame. I think A and
It's
M ought to be above all those teams.
and why you got Ohio State at number 4? I mean, they've played one game this year that was tough, and it was Oregon, and they lost, and you got them at number 4.
Yeah, that's right. They drop a little more on that, but
They'll
they
have to
bear.
get beat. They'll have to get beat 3 times before they even make it to the 20s, man. Before they even make it to the 20s.
Probably. Anyway, that's always debatable and stuff. Anyway, so And
I
then
mean, Alabama's been beat twice, still number 15. Still number
mm,
15. It's a bunch of crap, man. This 12-team playoff was supposed to help out some of these mid majors, and it's not gonna. They're gonna stick all the blue bloods in there they can stick in there, man.
well, that's very possible. Yes.
Go ahead, show the bracket.
Did you see Army and Navy made it in too? I'm proud
Yeah,
of them. Army,
yeah.
Navy, and Vanderbilt. Look at that. Look at that. Ain't that a beautiful thing?
I
I'm
got
glad they're
no
in.
I got no problem with the Army, Navy, Vanderbilt. I got a little problem with Indiana being below Notre Dame. I got a little problem with BYU not being in the top four. I got a little problem with Miami not being in the top four. I think I just I think it's a bunch of bull crap. If Miami doesn't get a number one seed, it's this whole thing's rigged. It's got to be because they got nobody out in front of them.
Uh,
Miami, I think
Oh, let's see here. Let's look and see who Miami's got out
George
in front of them.
Georgia Tech. I think that's the only difficult game they got out in front of them.
Florida State win.
Yeah,
Duke win. Georgia Tech. Well, fighting
Georgia.
chance.
Yeah, Georgia Tech's a good ball team. They're kind of like the Hogs. It depends on if they play clean or not. If they play clean, man, they are a good ball team. And the games that they've lost have been from self-inflicted wounds, just like the Hogs.
I don't see much standing in their way, to be honest with you. There's
No.
always upsets. You know what I mean? Which
Well,
we
you get to play FSU at home, you get to play Duke at home, and you get to play Wake Forest at home. So your two road games left, Georgia Tech and Syracuse. I mean, you should be able to win both those. They
Florida
should finish
State.
this. They really should finish this off undefeated, as long as they don't look ahead too much.
Yeah, yeah. If they don't muff it up here, yeah. Well, I mean, the way they do the rank, so the AP poll is totally different than the college football playoff ranking anyway, because of the way they do the
Yeah,
thing.
but that's my point though, is that it shouldn't be. I mean, if you're going by who's going
Oh,
to be where at the end of the season, then
you think the AP poll ought to match the playoff?
yeah, I mean, it
Yeah.
makes sense to me.
Well, it's more like a ranking the teams instead of, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they rank them based on. That might be a good question.
They rank them based on how they feel about them, pretty much.
Yeah, it pretty seems like it. Well, here's the On Three came out with their college football bracketology, and it's a little bit different than what we had, of course. I don't even see. Oh, there's Indiana, number 9. Okay, I started to say I didn't even see Indiana, but they're on there. Notre Dame, though, I don't know, man.
They got Clemson. They got Clemson as one of the top 4 seeds. I don't.
Yeah, yeah, I don't
That
get that
would
one
that
either.
that would mean that Miami would have to take a loss somewhere.
That would mean that, yes.
So where did Miami get their loss? Why
I
are
don't
they
know.
predicting Miami's going to lose?
I guess they're predicting Clemson's going to beat them in the ACC championship game. I
Well,
guess
Clemson got to get to the ACC championship game first.
they do. They got one loss already. Florida State. No. They lost to Georgia or somebody like that at the very beginning. Um, yeah, I
Well,
think.
I
But see,
believe.
I see Notre Dame above A&M, but LSU, I think, has an argument to be better than Notre Dame and A&M both.
Well, LSU and A&M have got to face each other. Okay, so one of those is going to get a loss. All
Yeah,
right, but one of them, I mean, A&M's got a better road to go undefeated than LSU does, but I don't know if A&M can get past LSU because that's like their last hard ball game left is against LSU. I mean,
I feel like
as far
man,
as far as ranks go, anyway.
that's going to be a good game right there.
But I really feel like you got Georgia sitting there at number 1, and that's if Georgia doesn't get another loss in conference because they may not even get to play for the SEC championship. And if you don't win your championship, you cannot be in the top 4.
Yeah,
That's why Notre Dame, they can only go as high as like number 5. That's as high as they can get because they're independent.
Yeah. Right now it'd be A&M and LSU, right? They're the only two undefeated.
They're the only two undefeated in conference. They'd be playing each other, but
Yeah.
it's probably not going to shake out that way because one of them's going to get a loss here in a second.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna have to beat Georgia again.
And that's the crappy part about playing in the SEC is like we're going to beat the dog crap out of each other. And then you're going to have to sit around and make an argument for a 10-2 team getting in over an 11-1 team out of the Big Ten or the ACC or something like that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, this is gonna change a lot more over the next couple weeks for sure.
this is going to be, they did this to kind of make it more fair, the playoff more fair, but I feel like you're going to have even more teams pissed off by the time we get to the end of this.
Oh, well, there's always gonna be somebody, man. 13, 14, and 15 are gonna be good teams, and
Yeah.
they're gonna have a solid argument about how come we're not in. Just like
Indiana,
if you
yeah.
put 20, it don't matter.
Let's say Indiana makes it to the championship game and they lose. Okay.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
they're not going to stick them in the 4. They're going to take the champion. And then you watch them screw Indiana and not put them in the other 8
Yep.
because they're Indiana.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, man. I know. That's gonna happen, no doubt for sure.
So somebody is going to get, you know,
Somebody's
there's
gonna get
going to
screwed over.
there's going to be another FCS, another FSU. There's going to be somebody or CFS that's not going to get to play.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, let's make some. We got our SEC picks this week and last week. Let me see what we did. I had a horrible week, bro. I didn't do good NFL picking or college picking. I had a horrible week. I went 3-5 in the SEC last week.
Believe I went 7-1.
You went 7-1. You just tearing it up last week. Your NFL picks weren't that great, but
No, my NFL picks. I don't know how to pick the NFL because these guys were like, there's no other than Kansas City. There is like no consistency in the NFL this year.
seems it's pretty wild. Pretty wild right now. There's a lot of injuries. It seem like this week. I don't know, but anyway, these SEC games are going to get good, starting to get good too, man. Look at all these ranked teams we got in here. First game up at your noon Eastern time on ESPN. Oklahoma at Ole Miss. Oklahoma fired their offensive coordinator.
These are Eastern times, right?
Yeah, it's Eastern time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no way I'm making that Mississippi State game. I guess I'm going to listen to that one on the radio.
oh yeah, you got to work, huh?
I don't have to. I could always.
Can't you take like a half a day vacation or something?
You wish. I wish. Yeah.
OU
OU and Ole Miss, man. OU at Ole Miss.
Yes, Ole Miss favored 20.5.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, big.
No faith.
How embarrassing is that?
No faith in Oklahoma. I gotta say, I don't have much faith in them either. To be honest with you,
I'm gonna take Ole Miss in this one, man.
I am too. That hurts my soul, but they just, I don't know, man. They got Jackson Arnold starting at quarterback again. Fired the offensive coordinator.
Well, did they?
Yeah,
Did they have another? Did they have another team meeting?
They asked Sawchuk or whatever his last name is for the running back, or supposed to be our starting running back. They asked him how come he's not playing. Oh well, he got a hamstring or thigh injury or something like that, you know. And then, well, come he ain't been on the injury report? He wasn't on the injury report, you know. But then he says that right in the post game presser, you know, like well. So he been lying on the injury report. So the head coach may be in trouble now too. Who knows? I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean, it could have happened in pregame warm up or something.
Well, they made it sound like he'd been out for a while. I don't think he played last week either much or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Oklahoma in bad shape right now, man. Bad shape. And I give credit to the guy. I watched a couple different Sooner podcasts, And I give credit to these guys, man. They have not lost hope. They are hanging on that rope, drinking the Kool-Aid, hanging on. And but yeah, it's not look good for Oklahoma.
What's the worst year you can remember Oklahoma having?
Oh geez, man. That's you're talking like the worst I remember is early '90s or something, way before Bob Stoops. It had some bad years in there, man.
There's a name that never comes up when a job opening comes up. People always, oh, what about Gruden? What about bringing Saban back? What about such and such? Nobody ever says Bob Stoops. Bob
Yeah,
Stoops, man, he won some championships. He was a good coach, ran a good program.
yeah.
Nobody ever brings him up.
He's still entrenched over at Oklahoma pretty good, I think.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's advisor or something. I don't know anyway. But yeah, that'd be a good steal to get him away from Oklahoma somewhere. But I don't know, man. I think he's liking that retired life. All right, then we got 12:45 Eastern kickoff time on SEC Network. Arkansas at Mississippi State, and would you look at the line on this one? Arkansas -7. Wow.
Yeah, I'm
When's the
gonna
last
take.
time you remember Arkansas being favored on the road in the SEC?
I think it says more about Mississippi State than it does about Arkansas.
I think so too.
I think Mississippi State is pretty much they have replaced Vandy at the bottom of the league this year, and so they're not. I mean,
They're having a rough year.
rightfully so. They've had a rough year. They have. I'm going to take the
Yeah.
Hogs in this one. Uh, this is one we desperately need. Uh, we got a couple of home ball games coming up that are going to be hard to win. We need to get this one on the road.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm going to take the Hogs in this one. And it all depends on. We could easily, okay,
Yeah.
play down to Mississippi State standards.
Dude,
Okay, I
these
would
games
love.
make me more nervous than the Tennessee games. You know what I mean?
We ought to be able to come out and pull a UAPB on them. We should be. I mean, honestly, we should be able to do that. Whether or not the Hogs will do that, I have no clue whatsoever.
No.
I don't know. It's not that I've lost faith in the Hogs. It's just I don't know what team you're going to get every week. One week you get world beaters, and the next week you get,
Yeah.
the
That other thing.
opposite of world beaters, whatever that would be.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm taking Arkansas on that one as well. But these kind of games, this type of game right here scares me more than playing Tennessee or Ole Miss or Texas. These teams make me more nervous for some reason.
It's because it's just like the LSU game. It's a game that you actually have a chance in. Like, you should win this ball game. We should have been able to play with LSU. If we don't turn the ball over 3 times, we do play with LSU. But like I said, you don't know which Hog team you're getting. You might get the Hog team that likes to fumble 4 times in a ball game, or you might get the team that likes to come out and do what they're
Yeah.
supposed to do. I don't know. I have no clue.
True. All right. Well, then moving on here at 3:30 Eastern on ABC, we got Missouri at Alabama. Big game here, man.
I'm
Man.
gonna take Bama in this one. Not only are they playing at home, but Missouri's really banged up. Even Cook had to go out of the ball game for a little bit last week, and they have been living on the edge the last couple ball games. Like, they've had to come back and win these ball games. So I really think Alabama will take care of business at home.
Yeah, I'm taking Alabama as well, only because if they lose this game, they will be fire in the streets of Alabama, man. They will fire this guy, man. I mean, it's hard to believe that half a season into the very first season you're the head coach, they would fire you. But
It's
you
not hard.
lose 3 games.
It's not hard to believe, dude. It's not hard to believe. And there's not it's not unfathomable that Missouri could win this ball game. Okay.
Oh, I know. Missouri's pretty good.
Missouri's pretty good. They like I said, they're pretty banged up right now, but I mean,
Oh
if they
man,
come in with the right game plan and they just
I
hang around, you never know, man.
I find it hilarious that Alabama fans finally know what it's like to feel nervous before a game. Well, Alabama's favored by 13.5, so
Yeah.
we'll see. All right, then we got Texas at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt just broke into the top 25. Uh, man, they got enough to upset the Longhorns?
Okay. So, all right. There is nothing that would make me happier than the Commodores to pull off another huge win. And I can tell you something, if Vandy beats Texas, they will be paying $250,000 fine because those fans are coming onto the field. Okay.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
they're going to have to buy new goalposts because they're going to take them down to the river and throw it in the river again. Uh, I think Texas is going to come out pissed off that they lost last week.
Mm,
Looking for some revenge, looking to take it out on somebody. I'm going to take Texas in this ball game, but I am going to root my butt off for Vandy. This is one of those picks I kind of hope I lose. I kind of hope I lose this one.
yeah, I feel you, man. I'm taking Texas as well. I think the same thing, man. They should be mad. They should come
Should
out and
be.
play.
They
Of
should be.
course,
Yeah.
we thought that about Alabama last week, and they came out didn't.
They also, if they want to stay in the running to get into that playoff at the end of the year, they've got to get over that loss and go back to being Texas because that's a couple of losses is going to make it even harder for you to get into that playoff at the end of the year, especially if one of those is to Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
That's really going to hurt you. It doesn't look so bad right now. You're losing to Georgia because everybody had Georgia picked to be awesome at the beginning of the year anyway. But
yeah,
you lose to Vandy, yeah, you're going to have some problems.
yeah. They pretty much got they're gonna win. I think they're gonna keep rolling. They don't play down to competition. Doesn't seem like, you know what I mean. Like
No,
when they play a team that they know they're better than, they don't they put them away. You know.
they usually do. Yeah, they
So
usually do.
all right, then we got here you go, man. Here's that game we were talking about a while ago. LSU at Texas A&M, both undefeated in the SEC right now. A&M 2.5 point favorite. At home, man. This is a tough ball game right here. Mm.
Yeah, and I'd like to see both these teams lose. I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to make this pick. Uh, Texas A&M is playing at home. Texas A&M has played well.
Mhm.
LSU been winning. Doesn't matter if they're on the road or if they're at home. Uh, man,
Yeah, I know, man. That's a tough game right there.
mm,
I think I'm gonna take LSU, man. Even though they're on the road, I just think they're playing some really good football right now. Their defense is legit. Their receivers are out of this world. Um, so they can keep old Nussy on his feet. I think LSU wins. Who you taking?
I'm going to take the Aggies, man. I'm going to take
Mm.
A&M in this one. I think the 12th man comes in big in this one.
All right.
I think A&M can beat them if they do what Arkansas didn't do and they play a clean ball game and they don't turn the ball over. I think that A&M can play with them. I think they can beat them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take A&M in this one.
All right. Well, we're
Plus, it
different.
can't. It honestly, Dale. I know you're probably wondering why I would take Texas A&M, and it comes down to which team do I hate the most. And there's just something about that yellow and gold that just makes me just, or that yellow and purple just makes me want to hurl, man. So I'm
Uh,
gonna take A&M in this one.
okay. I like that purple and gold, but if it was on somebody else. Um. All right. We got one more, man. Battle of the trash cans. Auburn at Kentucky.
Oh man.
Man, we bragged on that Kentucky defense last week, and then
Yeah. Where'd
they
it
freaking
go?
they stunk it up last
They
week.
stunk it up bad.
Yeah, Auburn at Kentucky, man. Kentucky's one of those teams just like those other teams, man. You don't know what you're going to get.
Well, you know what you're going to get on the offensive side from Kentucky.
Not much.
Yeah. You don't know what you're going to get on the defensive side, whether they're going to be the defense that played Georgia or whether they're going to be the defense that played last week. So I don't know, man. I don't think
Mm.
Auburn's very good. I would love to see Hugh Freeze get fired. So I'm going to take Kentucky in this ball game.
Yeah, I think I'm taking Kentucky as well. Auburn just, man, they just find a way to lose every game. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
uh, it's
they're
like, uh,
you're mm,
and then Hugh Freeze throws them under the bus.
yeah, I'm not a fan of Hugh Freeze. I
Me
don't.
neither.
I never really had a problem with him until this year, and how he's handled some of his press conferences and stuff. Uh, after talking to my brother, he coached at Arkansas State for a while, and Matt is a big.
Hmm.
He's an alumni, and he used to go to the games and everything. And he didn't like Hugh Freeze when he was at Arkansas State either, and I didn't know that. We were just talking about it. So
Yeah.
I'm ready for old Hugh Freeze to have to go somewhere like Alcorn State or somewhere like that. Yeah. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't say he's on the hot seat right now for sure. For sure. For
dude,
sure.
please,
The hottest of seats.
Auburn. Listen, you can lose every ball game at Auburn. There's only really one game that matters. Okay, that's coming up. They haven't played yet, but I don't see Auburn beating them this year.
Mm.
I mean,
Mm. I don't either. Even though Alabama doesn't look that great either.
Alabama doesn't look that great, but Auburn looks even worse.
I
So,
know. I know. Well, I was going to look and see right quick that there was some other games I was going to bring up that I saw.
oh, the top 25.
Yeah, just some other pretty good matchups. I saw Boise State at where'd it go? UNLV. Um, should be pretty good. Nebraska at Ohio State. Maybe Nebraska can hang in there. We really need Ohio State to lose again.
Oh,
Um,
what do we got?
Notre Dame at Navy.
Syracuse is going to be at Pitt.
Syracuse
Notre
at Pitt.
Dame at Navy.
Yeah, that'd be a good
Washington
one.
at Indiana.
Hmm.
Ooh, Illinois. Got to go to Oregon, man.
Yep,
That's going to
yep.
be a test right there for
That should be a good one.
BYU, Texas. Florida State plays Miami. Penn State, Wisconsin. Any other year, that would be a heck of a ball game, the Penn State, Wisconsin. But Wisconsin's not up at the top of the league like they normally are.
Yeah,
They're still only 5-2, man. That might be a pretty good ball game.
it usually is.
Kansas State, SMU against Duke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not a whole lot.
yeah.
SEC's got all the good games. In football, anyway.
Well, I mean,
Anyway,
one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, Yeah, like 7 of your top 25 are in the SEC. So, I mean, it's
There
no
you go.
wonder the SEC's, and a couple of them, like Missouri, Alabama, is going to be 21 against 15. Texas, Vanderbilt will be 5 against 25. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yep. Be some good games, man. I'll keep you posted. Oh, you gotta be working, man. That sucks, dude. You gotta work during the game.
it's okay. It's Mississippi State. It's a good ball game to have to work during. It's I
Yeah.
I have friends who can't stand listening to Chuck Barrett on the radio. I have no problem with it. I kind of like listening to Chuck Barrett. I thought it was more fun when Keith Jackson was in the booth, but Quinn Grovey's okay. He's
Yeah.
not bad.
I like Quinn.
So
He does I think it's the same one. He does a show with Coach Z,
mm-hmm.
Matt Zimmerman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a like a daily podcast or whatever. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I imagine my customers think I'm crazy because I'm listening to the game and all of a sudden I'll clap really loud and come on boys, get up. Yeah. And I got to I listen to my radio loud, but like when the game's on, like when I got to go to the door, that radio's up as loud as it'll go because I want to hear what's going on while I'm at the door. So
That's
there'd
cool.
probably be some funny ring doorbells of their mailman get excited or getting mad or something like that. Kicking their package across the yard. Son of a
Yeah. He yells touchdown Arkansas. You do high knees across the right yard.
Yeah, spike their package and turn around and dance back to the
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that. They don't like that.
Everybody's got one of those ring doorbells too, man. Everybody.
Yeah. All right, man. Anything else before we get out of here?
Remember your mental health. 988 national number for suicide. 1-800-SUICIDE gets you there too. They'll text with you. They'll chat with you. They'll talk with you on the phone. They'll talk for hours on end in several different languages. They want you to know that they care and they're there to listen. If you're thinking of harming yourself, thinking of harming somebody else, give that number a call. And if somebody who's, I don't know, socially awkward or maybe just seems to be a loner off to themselves, maybe say hello to them, invite them out to, I don't know, go catch a ball game or go to church, something like that. Every little bit helps. Don't do life alone. That's about it, man. That's about all I got.
Yeah, man. Keep track of yourself. If you need help, call 988. Get some help for sure. Don't do life alone.
Oh, yeah. October, breast cancer awareness month. Make sure you get your tatas checked, ladies.
Yeah. All right, man. We'll enjoy your evening. Maybe some NBA basketball, and I will catch you tomorrow.
All right, man. Peace, brother.
Peace.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.